Good morning and welcome to UND's weather update. My name is Dylan Vogt. Looking outside right now, we have beautiful blue skies. Sunshine is bright out there. We're sitting at 38 degrees already this morning. Not much of a wind out there. So of course we don't have wind chill. Looking out there across the region, high 30s and some 40s and even some 50s as you head to parts of southern Minnesota. It's a beautiful start to our November morning this morning. Temperatures right now across the nation, we have some 50s and some 60s throughout much of the nation. Nothing too exciting happening there. Satellite and radar, we have a high pressure in the southwestern part of the U.S. and a high pressure in the eastern part of the U.S. and a cold front stretching in between. That's going to slowly push out to the east. High pressures are going to follow, but something to watch here for us is these low pressure systems and this little bit of precip up there in Washington. So we'll watch that in the next coming days. Moving to our area, there are some clouds to the west of us and also to the east of us in northern Minnesota, just lingering around. Looking at our forecast headlines now, you can see that our warm weather is going to continue today and tomorrow, but as we head into the weekend, we are going to cool down just a little bit. And getting into the later part of the weekend, there is going to be a chance of rain. We'll talk about that in a little bit. First up, though, we're going to talk about those temperatures. So right now we're staying on the south side of the jet stream, which is great for us in Grand Forks. We're staying nice and warm, especially for November. However, things are going to change. As we move into Friday, you can see we have a big dip in the jet stream developing over here in California. And as this continues throughout the weekend, it's going to slowly push to the east. And in that dip in the jet stream, a lot cooler areas associated with that. And as we get into Monday morning, Grand Forks is on the wrong side of the jet stream. It's not good for our high temperatures. We are going to be significantly cooler on Monday as we are today and through the weekend. We'll talk about that a little bit in the 7-day. But more locally now for our future cast, you can see that for this morning, there are some clouds lingering in northern Minnesota, and they also have some northwest winds, and that's really going to affect their high temperatures for today. As we get into motion now, those clouds are going to push off to the north out of northern Minnesota, but they're going to have some more that are going to move in later throughout the day. The winds throughout the entire region are going to switch and start coming out of the south for much all the Dakotas and Minnesota, and that's going to start to warm us up, but the problem is that's tonight at 5 o'clock, and by 5 o'clock, the sun is already set for this time of year, so it's not really going to warm us too much. As we look now into tomorrow, this cold front is going to start pushing over here, and we're going to have a stationary boundary set up somewhere between North Dakota and Minnesota, and that's really going to affect our temperatures for tomorrow. Areas north of the stationary boundary are going to be much cooler than the areas south of it. And Grand Forks, we're right on that line. So that makes our forecast really tricky. If this shifts 20 miles to the south, we're going to be a lot cooler for tomorrow. If it stays north of us, we will be a little bit warmer. So for today now, 63 degrees, a very mild day for us here in Grand Forks. Beautiful November day, but the winds do pick up coming out of the south at 15 to 20 miles per hour. Today across the region, 60s and 70s, even some 80s in parts of South Dakota, but like I said, northern Minnesota is going to stay a little bit cooler with that cloud cover and those northerly winds throughout the morning this morning. Tonight in Grand Forks, 41 degrees. That's really warm, especially for the overnight hours in Grand Forks. Those winds are going to help us stay warm with them coming out of the south at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow in Grand Forks, warm once again, 63 degrees, but like I said, if that stationary boundary sets up a little bit south of us, we are going to be a little bit cooler, so stay tuned to UND Weather Update for our exact temperature tomorrow. Winds of the southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow across the region, you can see right in our forecast model here that they have the stationary boundary sitting between Grand Forks and Fargo, but like I said, that could change. So areas to the north, a little bit cooler in the 60s, but as you head south, 80s and some 70s in Minnesota and South Dakota. Finally, for our 7-day forecast, you can see we are going to stay warm as we head into the weekend, but Saturday we are going to cool down a little bit with that cold front that is going to move through the region. 56 is our forecasted high. Sunday, we're going to warm right back up, 66 degrees, and that's going to bring a chance of some precip and a cold front, and that cold front is really going to drop our temperatures. As Monday, high temperature of 36, and moving into next week into Veterans Day, high temperatures are going to be struggling to get above freezing.